Hello, everybody. Welcome to Winner Circle Sports Betting YouTube. I'm Sean Higgs. Matt Fargo, Brian Bitler. We'll be talking some Major League Baseball today. If you just stumbled across us, you're like, what is this channel? Well, Winner Circle YouTube, sports betting content. We give out picks in Major League Baseball, hockey, NBA, college basketball, football, NFL, etc. Listen, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. You'll know when we talk about MLB, whether it be divisions, player props, free picks, whatever the case may be. All of it under the window here, under the umbrella of the Winner Circle YouTube channel, all sports. And we do also have a premium side of things. There's articles on this site, gamblersworld.net. You want to check that out. And all of our top plays when it comes to baseball and all sports included. But this is our little baseball show, so we're not going to talk about anything else going on in the world of sports today. We're talking the NL West and how the Colorado Rockies are going to shock the world. Just kidding. We're going to talk about division odds here, who we think is going to win, who could be a little sleeper action, win totals throughout players. We're going to do a little bashing. I will do a little bashing. These guys would probably say I'm rolling for bashing. I don't care. Dodger fans, you'll be in the chat. You usually end up in the chat afterwards when I start talking Dodger talk here anyway. So without further ado, we're going to come in now. Let me find a little – what should we start with? We'll start with the odds to win because that's – we'll probably get through this one pretty fast, right? Again, this is the NL West, folks. Every other division is up right now. There you go. Check it out. You can find the videos here on Winner Circle YouTube. It's telling you what to do right below in the scroll. Dodgers, more than a 6-1 fave. All right, let's just move on there. We got the Padres plus 950, the Diamondbacks 10-1, the Giants 37-1, and the Rockies, which we're better off. We'll be living on Jupiter before they are competitive again. So let's just, Rocky fans, we're not gonna. Again, Mom always said you got nothing nice to say about somebody. You don't say anything at all. We didn't talk about the White Sox or the Angels and stuff. We're gonna leave you guys to the back. There's always next year. You got a nice ballpark. The sun sets. It's beautiful. I get it. On the field level, we're not going to talk about you. Value-wise here, guys, I mean, I don't think we could come in here and just tell people to take the Dodgers. They have 100, the win total is really high. I mean, we know all about the Dodgers. Let's kind of concentrate other spots here. The Giants, to me, they're always kind of competitive. It seems like it's the same kind of team. Like, who are these guys? They're like the Cleveland Indians out of Major League. Right, they're a bunch of kind of scrappy cats. They're somehow 500 every year. It's bizarre. I always think they're going to be terrible. Padres, I don't know. I'm worried about their staff personally. My pick here to win the division, and you're going to give me 10-1 with Arizona. Okay, the Dodgers picked up the Japanese guy. I know for a fact that Corbin Burns is a Cy Young type player here already in America. I've seen him pitch. He's the best guy available this year, and he went to Arizona, who already had a pretty darn good ace in Zach Gallen, a decent two-guy there, Merrill Kelly, and you had depth with the young guys coming out, P. Fatty. Rodriguez is a vet. I know Monty had a bad year last year, but I expect him to bounce back, and they want to trade him. Listen, if you learn anything from watching baseball, folks, you need all the pitchers you can have. Ask the Yankees how that worked out. Let's trade Stroman. We got rid of him. Yeah, and you lose two of your top three starters. So I think the Diamondbacks have the pitching depth. I like the young lineup. 10-1. Count me in. Count me in, Brian. I know. Don't run to the Dodgers here. You can't do that. You can, but no.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you might have talked me into the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a solid. I like their pitching staff. I like their young lineup. I like Ketel Marte. But I was looking at the San Diego Padres. I like Dylan Cease. He hasn't looked good in the spring. His ERA's been high, but he's got good stuff. They got Yu Darvish, Michael King, and old Philly cast-off Nick Pivetta, former Red Sox. So I like the Padres lineup. They got a Rookie of the Year candidate in the lineup, some good hitters. I don't know. For me here, if I'm going to take a chance, it'll be the San Diego Padres, but I could also see the Arizona Diamondbacks being contenders. Now, it all hinges on the Dodgers having some injuries, but you never know. You never know what'll happen, in a regular season. So there's no way I'm taking minus 650 on a team. There's no money to be made. So I'll take the Padres as my official
Padres are
pick to win.
your little look. How about you, Matt? What do you got to look in this one?
Yeah, I'm with you, Higgs. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Arizona as well. They definitely improved from last year. It's funny they went from 89 wins 2 years ago in the World Series, or I'm sorry, 84 wins to 89 wins last year, missed the playoffs. So and they definitely improved, like you mentioned with Corbin Burns. He's a great addition to that rotation that already is good with Gallen and Kelly. And with Rodriguez, he only threw I think 50 innings last year because of he came in late because of an injury. He's still a good young pitcher, and if he can rebound, the staff top four can rival any team I think in the whole National League right now. And I love Corbin Carroll in a bounce back year. Rookie of the year 2 years ago, struggled last year. I think he's in a great position to bounce back. And they also grabbed Josh Naylor to add to their lineup. So this is a team that I think can compete with the Dodgers. And like Bryce said, injuries could happen. Again, it happened to them last year. But the one thing the Dodgers did do, they have like a 12-man rotation, basically, if they need to. So with pitching, they're fine. Top to bottom, they're fine. They lost Betts for a while last year, and Freeman went down for a little bit. And it could happen again. Like we mentioned yesterday, never root for injuries, but it can happen. So yeah, sprinkle a little bit with the D-backs for me.
The Dodgers, you have a bunch of starters, but you got guys like Snell and Glass now and all these cats. They're all like 5-inning kind of guys. They all have kind of injury history, right? So I know you brought in all these other guys from Japan. Okay, Imoto looked really good last year. I don't know how Sasaki will be. He's supposed to be good. Ohtani might get some starts. I don't know. I mean, the lineup, as good as it is, it's an older lineup. This is like an over 30 lineup, with the exception of like one guy. They're all 30 plus here, and guys do get hurt. Not that I'm counting on them getting hurt and missing, but that's just the way of the world here. These guys have done it in the past. They missed some games. You're laying that kind of number. I'm not interested. The Padres, to bring up a point there, I like Cease. I think Michael King's a solid guy. But I got Darvish. I mean, he's another guy long in too. Is he 35, 36? You're missing Musgrove's going to be back late in the year. I like the lineup. I think the lineup's good. The Giants, we don't really touch on these guys. You got Logan Webb, who's a Cy Young type guy, right? And he's got there. He's going to go 6+ and give up a run or two. He's got you. He's got you in the game. Behind him, you got Verlander, who, listen, Verlander, Scherzer, you like those guys? I'm telling you, find their innings and go under. Like, they're not going to last the entire season. But him and Robbie Ray are two guys. If Ray was a Cy Young Award winner a couple years ago, like he's a decent three. If you get lightning in a bottle out of Verlander for 15 to 20 starts and he's decent, and Ray comes back, maybe this team actually does win a couple games. Now, listen, are they division winners? No, I mean, talk about stars aligning. I don't think that's happening. But they could be a sneaky dog, I think you could kind of bet on, right?
For a gambler, every single day you got to take a look at some teams like San Francisco Giants, the Cleveland Guardians, Cincinnati Reds, Washington Nationals, teams like that.
Yeah, like again, it's a long season. We like our win totals, and we're gonna pop these up right now. And I not that I fall in love with teams that I have over or unders on, but I kind of are drawn to them over the course of the season because if I think a team's going to go over Arizona 86.5, I'm going to look to back you most of the time this year as long as the number's correct. So here are the numbers: 104.5, big number; 85.5, 86.5 here, 79.5 for the Giants. The Rockies again. I mean, I can't even get into those unders because it's such a low number. It's almost scary. Like, are they that bad that they're going to win 55 games and lose 110 or something like that? I'd rather stay away from it. I've already locked in Arizona at where's my little Arizona? I got an 86.5 and an over 88. Those are my two numbers I have for Arizona. And no, excuse me, it's not an 80. It's an 85. I can't read my writing. It's sloppy. So it's an 85 and 86.5. I told you reasons why I like that one. Dodgers, I'm waiting on. I want to go under the Dodgers. And this
You
is the
got to
point.
go under. You got to go.
Right. I mean, last year their total was the same. and they're supposed to be better this year, right, with their pitching staff. They needed all 4 World Series wins to even get there. So that's not the World Series. That's also the NLCS. That's also the divisional series. So you needed 3 rounds of playoffs to reach your goal. Again, everybody's a year older. I think you got a couple teams that, at least Arizona, I think, is better than last year's team with their pitcher. The Padres are still there. Again, you might run into a hot team during the year. I want to say autoplay the under in the Dodgers. I haven't yet because, again, I'd like to get that extra just half just for the heck of it. We'll see where that goes. I'm officially in on Arizona over, though, the 86.5 there. Matt, what do you think? Any totals you love here?
Yeah, I'm on Arizona as well. I talked about it just before. I'm an 86.5, minus 120. I like your 85 you got. That's a great number. I think they definitely surpassed that. The Giants, oh man, they've had 1 winning season since 2016, I believe it is. 79.5. Play 500 ball, they get it. I don't know if they can with that pitching staff. I think the one key player in that rotation is Robbie Ray, who had a pretty bad year last year. And if he has a bounce back year, they could do it. Their lineup isn't bad. They signed Willie Damas for the top part of the lineup. Young Lee had a rough year last year. They expect a bounce back year from him. Chapman hit number 5. Decent lineup.
I had Lee as a rookie of the year. I thought he'd come in there and get 200 hits.
Yeah, not so much. So I'm going to pass on that team right now. Rockies definitely out. I'm going under Dodgers as well. Could they win 110? Absolutely. I don't see it happening. 104.5 is the highest total since the 99 Yankees. So it's hitting the threshold right now, which you can't play the over. You just cannot do it. So I'm going to sprinkle some of the under Dodgers. They're playing for the postseason. Come July, August, September, who knows what they're going to do? They can have a 10-game lead and just coast the rest of the way. So I think the under is the value play there for LA.
I agree. I mean, their best season, they're trying to still talk about getting a franchise record of wins. They haven't sniffed it yet. 111, I think. Good luck. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you guys here. I mean, I'm going to take that Dodgers under 104.5. And Dodgers Yankees, two of the biggest fan bases. Everybody betting totals just, passing by is going to take the Dodgers over here. I'm going to go, like I said, under on the Dodgers 104.5. Then I'm going to take the Padres over, the Diamondbacks over. I'm going to go under on the Giants and under on the Rockies. So I think the Rockies are going to be just. You play Colorado when they're at home. You take a look at them. But other than that,
I mean, you look at their staff. You got like some veteran guys and everything, and it's like, all right, it's not terrible. You got your Gombers and Freelands, guys who've pitched before. But I mean, I'm not really running to want to get behind these guys. I mean, it's not, again, home. If you're getting a decent number, that's what it comes down to, folks. For us, when it comes to regular baseball season, what are the odds? We get a good number there, worth a shot. But again, for the show here, it was just a little NL West talk. Who we like? Obviously, we think the Padres at 950, Arizona 10-1 to win it. We're not going to come in here and tell you to take freaking minus 650.
I also like Arizona to make the playoffs at minus 125 as well.
Oh yeah.
I think only one team out of the Central is getting in, and the NL East is up for grabs.
Yep.
I don't know if 2 teams are going to make it out of that, or 3 teams are going to make it out of that division this year. Definitely 2, and I think Arizona's in a good spot to make the playoffs. I think they have a good bounce back year to get back to the postseason. So at minus 125, I don't like laying the juice, but I think it's a pretty reasonable number to find the postseason.
I agree with that because I think the Phillies are the team to beat in the East. Got to make amends with our guy behind the screen here. But honestly, I think they are because the Mets, I took a Mets under 91.5. I think that's probably come down a little bit. And the Braves, I got an under for the Braves as well, 93.5, because I don't love the staff. I don't love the pitch. Maybe the offense not regresses, but progresses to where it was. It was so bad last year, it gets better. But I'm not sold on him. And who in the Central? Somebody's winning 85 games in the Central, right? I mean, that 90 is a lot. One team. So why would an Arizona who has arguably a good as 1-2 as anybody with Gallen and Burns not make the playoffs? So 125 is, I think, a great number.
Yeah, them and San Diego both getting in is very reasonable.
Brad, what do you think?
Yep, I agree. The more we talk, the more I'm liking Arizona more than San Diego. But, I definitely like Arizona to make the playoffs. Corbin Carroll in his third year. I think the Braves are going to take the Phillies out in the NL East. But then once you get in the playoffs, the Braves usually choke. But anyway, we're talking about the NL West. I think I like that Arizona play to make the playoffs. That's a good one.
There you go. Yeah, that's another good one for you there. Arizona minus 125 to make the playoffs. Again, folks, leave your comments in, NL West fans or NL West team fans, whoever you like, what you think. If you've got any player props you want to throw out there, season long, hits, homers, innings, strikeouts, put them in the chat. We'll talk about them. Again, this is the wrap-up of our division series. We covered them all. It's on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Just look in the playlist there. You'll find it. And that's that. Again, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bells on. GamblersWorld.net is our sponsor site. Check them out for premium content, write-ups, articles, picks, and more. Brian Bitler, Matt Fargo, myself, we appreciate you spending some time with us here. Go Arizona, baby. Playoffs and wins. We'll be happy come September. And again, let us know all season because we'll be here all season doing MLB. So we'll be reminding you, hey, you should have watched the show back in March, but you're too cool to hang out with us. Told you so. That's what we're going to be saying in September. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.